Ouch! I've seen you in a movie, I heard you in a song. Now I know that this will never go wrong. Like you already knew me, that's why we get along. Yeah, I know that this will never go.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another Ital Eats and Treats video. Today is what I eat. Did you hear that chicken? Anyways, today is what I eat in a week, and I started my day off with a whole bunch of fresh berries or frozen berries I had gotten while grocery shopping. If you want to see my grocery haul, definitely be sure to check out this video. But I made this mixed berry smoothie and it was really good. I haven't had a homemade mixed berry smoothie in a while and I loved it. And by the way, don't fight me on my use of honey. I personally think honey, if you know where it came from, is a lot more sustainable than any type of sugar or agave nectar. So don't even fight me. All right, thank you. For breakfast, I decided to make a cashew milk yogurt Parfait, and topped it with a whole bunch of goodies and berries and almonds and topped it with agave nectar. It was super delicious and it is good for hashtag gut health because of the, it's yogurt, bacteria, probiotics, etc. And then for the next meal, I had, what was this? Spiced up leftovers, right. So I cooked some brown rice and I had like this lentil bolognese marinara sauce thing from the day before. And I had eaten all the spaghetti, so I just wanted to serve it with some brown rice. And then I paired it with this like little lettuce salad thing. And I was getting ready to chop up and prepare some toppings for the salad, like jalapeno and onion. And I made my own homemade dressing from hummus. It was really good. Just added a whole bunch of different seasonings. I could put the recipe in the description box down below. It was really tasty and I loved it. After the brown rice was all fluffy and everything was yummy, I went ahead and put it all in my plate. And then I had even more toppings for my salad, the ones that I showed you cutting up. And then I also put some nectarines on it. I feel like every salad needs a sort of sweet thing to balance out the flavors. And this was really tasty. And I was working from home, so I didn't have much time to prepare a lunch, but that was really nourishing. And then I paired that with a kombucha on the side, and it was super yummy. And then I got hungry later on, and I decided to have a slice of toast with this super yummy jelly that I got from abroad. It was like very exotic. And so I started off my day with a smoothie. You noticed that? Okay, right? I don't do that. That's not me. I don't know who she thought she was starting her day off with a smoothie, but that's not what we do over here. I am a juice girl. My green juices, my beet juices, my very colorful, full of antioxidants and vitamin juices. So I had to get my juice in before the day ended, and that's what you see right there. Sorry for any and all noises that you might be hearing in the background, by the way. As I said in my video before, I'm currently in the Caribbean, and there is just a whole bunch of random noises going on outside at all times. But anyways, I decided to have a burrito bowl with red kidney beans for dinner this day, and this was so yummy and tasty. But oh my goodness, beans that come from cans make me like go to a lot. Sorry if that's TMI. I find myself being a lot more balanced in my stomach when it comes to beans that I soak overnight and cook myself. So I might have to start doing that. Beans in a can are overall way more convenient, but it's just the digestion on my stomach is a little bit too heavy. So as you could obviously tell, I served this with potatoes and a whole bunch of other things, of course, and it was really tasty and delicious. And after that, I had myself a delicious strawberry mango smoothie that was very, very tasty and very yummy.
I'm loving the vibe that you're giving me. I'm thinking my heart can be safe. A feeling I needed, and there I can breathe again, making it hard to deflate. Only thing on my mind is holding you tight and hoping you might can relate. I'm willing to put in the work though, 'cause nothing worth having is easy. Let's go slow.
So now you see me cutting up a whole array of fruit and vegetables, including a red cabbage. And you may be thinking I'm crazy, but red cabbage juice is actually so good for you. And it makes a beautiful rainbow juice. Okay, like look at that gorgeous color.
I don't mind you making me wait, 'cause nothing worth having is easy. Nothing worth having is easy. I can say that I'm cool with riding with the brakes on, girl, we gon' get there eventually. Genuinely feelings are deeper than physically. Feeling this energy, knowing you into me might be the epitome, everything.
Strawberry oatmeal possibly has to be my favorite types of oatmeal. I know when I watch other people make their oatmeal, they usually just put toppings on it, which is cool and great, and everybody has their own way of doing things, you know, to each their own. But I personally love to cook strawberries in my oatmeal. I think it just one-ups the flavor so much, of course, and on top of the toppings that I'm gonna put on top of it, it just makes it taste literally like a dessert. I love it. Cooking is an absolute art, so you're going to be seeing a lot of just amazing pictures and videos of my food. Anyways, I decided to do something a little bit lighter for lunch today. I had a whole bunch of kale left over from the day before, and I was like, okay, why not throw some quinoa and some lentils into this, and this was so good. So I wanted to season up my quinoa, not too much, just a, you know, a good amount, and I had some delicious toppings as well, like the ones from before. I am really starting to love nectarines in salads. They taste so freaking good. So I made another bit of more of a dressing, but it was very loose. It was a very loose dressing, and once my quinoa was all fluffy and creamy and delicious and vegan cheesy with all that nutritional yeast I put, my lentils were almost ready. I think I had put some jerk seasoning in that, so yeah, I did. So I mixed together everything, and this was so delicious and tasty. It looks a little bit rustic, I'm not gonna lie, but it was delicious. I was happy. I was a very happy vegan hippie.
Eventually, genuinely feelings are deeper than physically. Feeling this energy, knowing you into me might be the epitome, everything perfect that God could have gifted me. Visually speak to me, I be like, look and see, beautiful, isn't she? Then he'd agree with me.
So after I ate that delicious salad, I wanted a little bit of a snack and made myself another strawberry mango smoothie. This has actually just been hitting lately. It's absolutely delicious.
Go wrong, like you already knew me. That's why we get along. Yeah, I know that this will never go.
Oh my God.
Girl, you're so familiar, I never expected it.
So you all saw the huge disappointment that mango was. I was literally on the verge of tears because I had gotten 4 mangoes from Kroger and about 2 or 3 of them were bad. So I was like, I wasted my money. But anyways, I had gotten this piece of bread and put some yogurt on it that I spice up with some agave nectar and some cinnamon and put some fruit toppings on it. This seems weird in theory, but it kind of tasted like cake in my opinion. It was absolutely delicious and it looks so pretty. Just look at it. So now it is time for dinner, and I realized I ate a lot this day, and I'm not saying that to shame myself because I eat whatever I want and that's on period, but I just had a lot of recipes for this specific day, which is pretty cool. That yogurt parfait bread was really tasty and I'm certainly gonna try it again. But for this night, I wanted to do something that my mom would also like and have enough portions for, you know, this day and then a couple days after that because I knew it would make leftovers. So I had some chili, or I had some diced tomatoes that I bought from the grocery haul, and then I made some chili and it was super tasty. It was a base of lentils and I put red beans in there, and then I also put corn in there. This corn really one-ups this chili. It was so delicious and tasty and full of flavors. I topped it with some cashew milk yogurt and put some sourdough bread in there, and it was absolutely fire. Of course, another green juice on this day because I am me and I just can't function without having a juice in the rising. The same way that I love fresh fruit and vegetable juice is the same way that other people love having coffee in their risings. I'm just a fresh fruit girl. Another fruit parfait for breakfast today, and I topped it with mango, dragon fruit, and a couple of other things. And I have to say, dragon fruit is so bad. It literally tastes like air. Like, I feel so offended that I spent, what, $4 on one dragon fruit that tasted like nothing. At this point, it was only there for the aesthetic because it tasted like nothing. I'm gonna be honest and real with you all. I feel like I had to put a lot more agave nectar in this parfait thing because the dragon fruit really just took away from a lot of the sweetness and flavor. So I don't know if I would ever buy dragon fruit again. So I'm very irritated because I had just made a voiceover and it didn't work. But I'm making my fake omelet, aka fomlet, out of just egg mix. It's made from mung beans. It's quite pricey. What? But I like to get it when I treat myself. And yeah, I'm just making this like hummus-based cheesy sauce. Of course, to make it cheesy, I'm adding nutritional yeast in my grocery haul that you can also watch right here. I had this plant-based queso from Trader Joe's. Oh, I keep saying Trader Joe's. It was from Whole Foods and it was really, really tasty. So I wanted to make a hummus instead because I'm a saucy girl. Okay, me's a saucy girl. You know the thing there? So I'm frying up this omelet, the fomlet should I say, and putting on the sauce, and everything looks so delicious. I could really go for this right about now. But only thing I have to say is I had put tomatoes and cucumbers, and they have a very high water content, so it was not as tasty as I was hoping. If anything, I should have added more salt or something to make the flavors jump out, or next time I'll just exclude the tomatoes and cucumbers. And after that, I was absolutely craving some jalapeno chips, so I spent literally $5, which I kind of regretted, but I topped it with tahini and scallion because I wanted to be like fancy, and the tahini really cut through the saltiness, and it was absolutely delicious. And then after that, I decided to have myself a little smoothie, and this has been my absolute favorite smoothie. I really want this right now. It was so good. So for dinner on this day, I'm keeping it short and simple. As you can see, after that smoothie, I also had a delicious fruit bowl. And I was just wanting to do something simple, so I heated up some leftover chili that had thickened up and served it with some brown rice. And for the next day, I started off my day with some orange juice. It doesn't just have oranges, it also has cantaloupe, which is really good for stress apparently, and carrots and pineapple and so many other delicious things. This has probably become one of my favorite fruit juices. It is so tasty and so good for me, and I call it like my sunrise juice. It's just so delicious. And on one day I had replaced the carrots with bell peppers, and it was equally as tasty.
Maybe I'll be better when we're old enough. Hey, I'm sorry for dreaming about the future.
So one of my favorite things to do is to cook my oatmeal with fruit and make it strawberries. It is so delicious. And I also like to cook my oatmeal with almond milk. I've been watching other What I Eats, and it looks like people usually cook it with water. I feel like I just pay the extra, almond milk and just cook it with almond milk. It's so much creamier, but that's my opinion, and we're all allowed to have our own opinions. And I topped it with some tahini. It was not the best. I wish I had some other sunflower seed butter or peanut butter or something. And I'm just eating leftovers again for lunch, that chili and the brown rice. And then I wanted to make another omelet and have it be small. The presentation of this is not the prettiest, but it was still pretty tasty. And I made a smoothie with blueberries and strawberries and nectarines and protein powder and everything, and it was really delicious. I forgot to mention I had also put almonds in there because I had basically no almond milk left. So I just put some almonds and then threw in some water, and yes, it was very fibery, but you know, it was pretty tasty and just makes for a more filling meal. And then I had my leftovers and my omelet. Like I said, the plate was not pretty, but it was very delicious. It was pretty delicious. So I had these hearts of palm that I had sitting inside of my pantry because I had gotten them and I was like, oh, I could make something with this. And turns out I do not really like it. I feel like I have to revisit this recipe. It's just the texture of it is just not that great. And I personally have never even tried scallops back when I used to eat fish and meat. So I don't even really know what scallops taste like. But I just know this did not taste like it. Like, I don't know how to describe the flavor of this, but I have to revisit the recipe because I feel like it would taste good. And then I made a bell pepper tomato sauce to go with it. The sauce was absolutely delicious. I usually make a sauce like this when I pair it with pasta. And you know, I want some extra vitamin C and everything. So the sauce was really tasty, but I didn't like the texture of the scallops. Cool air blows a memento. Okay, so the only reason I let that burn was because I was following a recipe and it totally said don't touch it for 3 minutes, and I didn't touch it for 3 minutes and it freaking burned. So yeah, another thing was saying to have these things soak in like vinegar or something, and maybe like seaweed to give it more of a fishy sea flavor. Maybe next time I'll have to do that, but I was very hungry. I don't know, I just think this recipe called for too much butter, vegan butter of course, and too much oil. I'll have to try it again next time, but it's not my most favorite thing. Another day, another dollar. So I thought I was a bad ASS because I used to live abroad for a whole year. Ouch! And I got fresh coconuts all the time for like 50 cents. So I used to break them myself, but I used to smash them on the ground. What? Bro. It took me a very long time to crack this thing open and get all the water out, but I was able to eventually get the water. The water was pretty tasty. Other than me dropping the coconut, I was just not skilled with opening this. I guess I was trying to be a little bit quiet because everybody in my house was working from home. Despite the amount of effort I had to put into cracking this coconut open, it was absolutely delicious. The coconut milk that came from this was so good, and it was only $2. I know who could love me better. You can ask me whatever, whenever. I did not really have anything in particular I wanted to have this coconut milk for. I just bought a coconut randomly and I was like, it's time to make this dang milk. Okay, so I made some turmeric milk latte, and my goodness, was this absolutely delicious and warming. But I don't like starting off my day with a hot drink. I love starting off my day with a juice. So I don't know, my body was like, what are you doing to me? Yeah, after that I wanted to use another thing to make, or to have in my coconut, to have served with my coconut milk. So I decided to make some granola, and oh my goodness, this was not good. Okay, so it was really hot. I feel like I should have just let it cool down until it was clumpy and everything, until it hardened. I just ate it right out of the oven. I was starving, so I had to. And it was so sweet. I definitely, next time I make granola, I need to have another binder other than a sweetener.
to fall, yeah,
I like to call this next juice my rainbow juice because of how much it resembles a rainbow. I mean, look at it. It is absolutely gorgeous. And drinking it makes me feel gorgeous as well because it's just full of so many antioxidants and great for a detox. And now is the time when it's time to eat the granola. And like I said, it wasn't the best. It was very sweet and very soft. So I'm not the best granola maker at all. And then after that, I had decided to make a black bean bowl. This definitely made up for the disappointment that the granola was. It was so tasty. And I think you see me dancing because it was Friday. So I was able to wake up a little bit later because I didn't work on Fridays. And yeah, this was a really simple meal. It was very tasty. I sauteed some bell peppers and onions, did the black beans, and I think I served it with some brown rice. It was really tasty.
Give a little, get a little, make a little more. Still didn't used to see it, but I get it now. Wasn't nothing I could say or do to keep.
I made a nice side kale salad to pair with this, and it was oh so tasty. I'm looking at this bowl and thinking, my oh my, it was so good. Oh my gosh. And then I made like a pina colada type thing afterwards, and I had the same exact thing for dinner. I just had some leftovers. So after my yoga sesh, I went ahead and started my day off with a beet juice, and I got all cute and all pretty and everything, but you can't really see me. I started to prepare a beet juice, and it's kind of like a rainbow juice, but a little less rainbow-y because it does not have the purple cabbage, but it still looks gorgeous. I mean, look at it. And then I poured that up in my cup, okay, and I drank it all by myself. Big girl, got all my antioxidants, nutrients, absolutely delicious. This is my coffee. And then I went ahead to make this jerk mushroom sandwich. This was absolutely fire. I only made this because I was running low on ingredients in my fridge in the kitchen. Oh my goodness, it was so good. It was so simple. I just chopped up some bell peppers and everything, and tomatoes and zucchini. Honestly, this sandwich was an absolute game changer. It was so amazing. And like I said, it took me so short to make that saute of the jerk and everything. It was literally so amazing and tasty, and it was kind of like a whatever I have in the fridge type meal. And I definitely have to write this recipe down and share it because it was so tasty, and it's definitely something I would take with me on the road. It had so many vegetables in it, and it was so delicious.
I think it's sweet, she sometimes winks when she laughs. I like the way she dances barefoot in the grass. Yeah, we get along alright.
Don't even try to argue me on this sandwich, man. Look at that. Oh my goodness, it looks so good, and I'm thinking about it right now. This is such a simple and easy sandwich for any new vegan or plant-based person to make, and it was so tasty. And I ate that with some strawberries, and I tried to capture me taking a bite into it, and my mom totally laughed at me. And I had that with the side of a hash brown because I thought I was gonna put the hash brown in there, but it didn't work out that way. They're so small, they better be good.
She doesn't mind that I don't know how to cook.
At this point, I was really craving some vegan chicken nuggets. Now, I am not the type of person that will do fake meat because it's not good for you. It is not good for you. But I was craving it. And there was this vegan chicken nugget from, I think, Tyson that Aldi was selling, and they just randomly stopped selling it. So I wanted to get the cheapest one from Publix, and that was my biggest mistake. These things tasted like erasers. I felt personally offended. I was like, what is this? So I had to put a lot of seasoning and buffalo on it because, of course, I wanted buffalo style chicken tender type things. So I literally felt offended.
There's hearts everywhere 'cause it's Valentine's Day. We order up waffles, then share the whole plate. Sit by the window and start to debate. There's nobody else I'd rather spend my everyday with. I think it's sweet, she sometimes.
Dinner, I just wanted to do something very simple, very easy, and something that my mom would also enjoy so she could have something to eat. So I made some Jamaican curry chickpeas. Super simple, super easy, and super tasty and yummy. Happened to me. Ugh. And then this is the last day of what I eat in a week. I decided to, okay, ignore those barking dogs. I decided to make some elderberry ginger tea, but then I accidentally ended up almost causing a fire. I thought I could start my day off with the tea, aka a hot drink, but I just could not. So I opted for my very last green juice before I needed to head out and go grocery shopping, and it was really tasty. My mom had bought some spinach and just didn't eat any of it, so I used literally the whole bag for a juice, and it was very tasty. Spinach does not have as an intense flavor as kale does. And for this meal, I had bought like this fake egg, fake sausage, fake cheese type thing from Publix. It was very interesting. I don't usually buy those things, but I wanted to like test it out. I made a salad to serve with it and made a sauce out of sunflower seed butter. It was okay. And by it was okay, I mean the sandwich was okay and the salad was only okay.
She doesn't mind that I don't know.
So yeah, that thing called to be microwaved, and I'm not a fan of the microwave. It's just, microwaves will just completely zap all of the nutrients out of the food. But I mean, how many nutrients can a white egg muffin and fake cheese have? So yeah, this was definitely an American junk food breakfast. I even put buffalo sauce on my potatoes. I literally did not eat well on that breakfast. I just warmed up some leftover curry for dinner and served that with some other white rice and went grocery shopping. This is everything that I ate this week. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for joining me.
She doesn't mind that I don't know how to cook. She likes the way I keep my nightstand filled up with books.
Oh yeah, and I also have this cookie from Whole Foods. Oh my gosh, this was so good. But if you would like to see more content from me, hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to tune in next week to see all the other recipes that I have. Bye!